What a day. How was your day?
My day was really good. I battled intense Armageddon-style wind with feeding draft horses and normal-sized horses and miniature horses this morning.
Heard.
And then I did some massages, but I launched my retreat yesterday. And so, like, right before I went into work, had to deal with all of these technical glitches because I've been working on a new website and learning how to operate it. So it's a new type of website I never did before. And so, of course, there's like one technical glitch that leads to another in like the payment processing. And so that all had to be ironed out really fast so my clients could see my actual email.
Right, and get through to sign up for everything.
But I feel very accomplished because I put it out. I didn't do like the bigger announcement for it, but just for my clients. So I feel accomplished and excited.
Yay! Yeah. Very proud of you. And I'm very excited to see all of that unravel. I haven't gotten to check my email yet, so I'll have to go and dig in and see what your newsletter looks like and the whole rollout of the retreat.
Yeah.
What all is going to entail? I know you're working with Alina and the horses, but what all are you guys going to do?
It's, I did a retreat last year for the first time ever. And it was a horse retreat. So I've been like really working to do more spiritual work, like with the horses, more healing work, Reiki with people using the horses. And I thought a retreat, I would like to be doing more retreats. I mean, I want to do retreats with you.
Those will come.
Yeah. And I've been like stuck in a loop of not debilitating imposter syndrome, but for many years, like dealing with imposter syndrome. So it's been one of the biggest things holding me back is like, I'm not good enough. Why would anybody want to come to my stuff? Why would I have enough to say on anything? Like, I'm not an expert in the stuff that I'm teaching. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody wants to hear me, and like the spiral. So I've held myself back for a long time. So it's taken a lot of overcoming that to even get to a point of putting it out. But I did learn that I have plenty to offer people in the world of horses, and I had a blast doing it last year, and people gained a lot from it. So I'm forcing myself to do it again.
Right. Do you think that the imposter syndrome for you is more around people you know or people you don't know judging you? Or is it just a self-doubt situation?
I think it's probably has to do with people I know more than I don't know.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. I could almost care less and almost invite any like analyzation from people I don't know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like those 3 and 4 people that you're like, oh, what are they going to think? What are they going to say? Are they going to confront me about that? I don't know. I'm not sure where it all comes from, but it does feel very deep seated, and it is a huge hurdle to get over.
I think it's from people knowing old versions of you that would have some kind of judgment about it. Or
that's big for sure. Yeah. Like being seen in your change. Like it's hard to change in front of people.
Yeah.
It's easier to change in the closet and then come out transformed.
Yeah.
But to transform like in real time in front of people is terrifying because you feel like you're on stage, especially with social media and the real time of everything.
Yeah. When I think about my friends changing in real time in front of me, I am like cheerleading it on. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. And I want to see every intern.
I want to see what you're doing. Of course you're doing that. Of course you're, launching this new website. Of course you're doing all these things because you're amazing, So I don't know why I don't expect people to hold the same thing for me or why I care. But it's something. It's imposter syndrome, something I've been working through for a long time. And I learned that I think most people deal with that.
I think so too. In some form on the spectrum of imposter syndrome, whether it's like acute or really elevated, like I don't think anybody gets out without having that feeling unless you're, built without that like egoic shields that we all put up in front of other people.
Yeah, like my Gladius partner, he doesn't.
Zero. Yeah, no, it's just like syndrome. Just doesn't care what people think. Yeah, it's definitely something we can learn from those types of people.
He's taught me a lot in that, is like, just, why do you care? Why do you give a shit what everybody else thinks? Just do it anyway. And so I have to like almost step into another character and be like, I don't care.
And really just speak it into existence and wander through each one of your activities with that in tow. Just breaking through it. And you just have to do it anyways. That's, I think, really the the key or the answer to it is to just do it anyways, because otherwise you will sit there and fumble around with that like ball of imposter syndrome forever, long enough to just never get anything fucking done, and then just be upset that everyone else is breaking through their own and doing it, and that can create a self-deprecation that nobody needs to carry around. So very proud.
Doing it on levels too, like picking, if something seems too big, like there's certain ones that I have not broken through yet. Like going to an open fiddle jam and like busting out my violin. I'm not there yet, but I've taken like smaller steps to try to get there. Like I've played in front of people now, so it's like a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel like that just with my writing, where like just showing somebody something that you wrote and like being in patience for the feedback and stuff, like that alone has given me some test runs to get over
your
the
biggest
hump.
Biggest imposter syndrome block?
The list is long, but I definitely have worried in the past about like how my writing's going to be received or critiqued, or I've gone over and again about how, is it too much? Is it too descriptive? Is it not descriptive enough? Am I presenting it properly? Does this make sense to anybody? And, go back and forth.
Yeah.
But
because when you're writing, you're just bearing your soul pretty much.
It really is.
No big deal.
And when I went to start creating my website, it was just like, wow, like this is my entire philosophy being put in a train of thought for people to scrutinize and dissect and, question me whether or not I'm like actually doing the thing. I felt like a fraud in certain things where it's like, is somebody going to say like, oh, she doesn't actually do that. She doesn't actually believe that or whatever. That sort of scrutiny has gotten me with the writing, but I at least know my own truth about it. So that is like the little heart that I've gotten to walk around with, knowing that what I am writing and what I am giving out is my authentic truth.
Which is all that matters.
Totally. It's just very scary to share it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, as long as, the same thing with me with what I have, offering with horses or whatever. It's like, this is my experience and I've lived this experience and I'm sharing from what I know. And so the right people will resonate with that.
I feel the same way with, I'm not certified in holistic wellness, but I've studied a lot about it. And
you embody it.
And I embody that in a lot of ways. So I feel like I know this. I want to share it. And it's like, well, you're not a doctor. You've never done this and that. You don't have any certifications that says you're an herbalist or that you can give advice to anybody on these subjects. And it's like, no, I've experienced it. This is like from my raw truth experience. So,
and we live in a day where it's like you can pretty much get a certification on anything.
Let's be
you
honest.
can go online.
Oh yeah, and have a certification in 3 days. Yeah,
healer, $99. Herbalist.
Totally. And how much more authentic is that than just my own experience? What? Because I've filled out some worksheets and passed a test. I don't know. I've never wanted that to be something that was necessary in order for me to give my gifts out. It's not fair.
It's not fair. And there's plenty of things where you have to be certified. There's certain licenses and for instance, I have to have a massage license.
Right.
I mean, kind of.
To operate in the way that you do.
To be legally
100%.
operating, yes. But there's so many things that we don't need those titles. That's just to make us feel better. And even when you have the title, it's like, do you really get over the imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
It's still there, probably.
yeah, for me, it almost feels like I would be doing something like that for everybody else more so than I would myself, because doesn't, I know what I'm giving out is true, but is somebody going to question me as to whether or not it is, and how can I prove that what I'm saying
that is like
feels
my
right?
biggest one is the judgment and the being put on trial, like feeling like I'm going to be. We must have been witches.
It must have been what got us here. Anybody else with the imposter syndrome? Meet us at the stake.
Yeah, stake. Yeah, it's definitely similar feelings.
Would you like to come and sit with us? You can sit with us too if you want to be a beautiful,
totally
quiet
fine,
girl.
Penelope. Yes.
Good girl.
It's acceptable.
You can. Just trying to run away from your brother. I get it.
How was your day?
My day was enigmatic. I don't know how else to put it. I told Sprague earlier sitting here that like I had my like head in my hands at a point. Like, this is the first moment that I have felt since I had like my initial awakening, my initial walk with psychedelics, that I have felt like everything is malleable and everything's available and everything is like, just move with it. Just to do, when you move, so does everything else. So just move the thing, use the thing, do the thing. It's all there for the taking if you are utilizing it with integrity. And that was like, oh, it almost brought me to tears. Huge. Just because, yeah, for so long I wasn't sure if I was going to get there in just this like natural 3D state of being, you know what I mean? It's one thing when there's inducements behind it, but to really feel like the world is your oyster and like you've got a needle and thread, yes, just felt so empowering and was definitely just like a motivating piece for my day. Huge, and probably for a long time to come. That's after awesome. Today. Yeah.
Do you think it was like a collective thing, or did you wake up today and feel that way? Were you going somewhere in dreamland?
Yeah. No, I definitely do think that it's the like magnetic draw that we are creating in being together that's like bringing that feeling back into my fingers and making me feel like, oh, this is all, you're the artist here. You can do whatever you want with your life and with your creativity and your form of artistry. And how to put it the way that it felt, where it's just like, you pick something up and it's automatically transformed just by having your essence connect with it. And then it becomes this tool. Everything is just like this little tool and everything is at ease. Like, it's busy on the undercarriage, but everything just feels like smooth waters on the top. So that felt so nice to just like be in a mode of slowing down and feel like so much was happening.
Yeah, it was like being your energy, just being at the place it needs to be as magnetic, where you're feeling just magnetic and aligned, like where you need to be.
Just and listening to that alignment and allowing myself to just flow with it and not think about the imposter syndrome, not think about the uncertainty of things, and just move and allow it to transform as I do so. So yeah, that was really huge.
Well, damn.
It was big. It
was a good day.
It was such a big moment, and to just like experience all of the success that you're having and that Sprague's having, that we're all just like doing, we're embodying the frequency of those desires, of the things that we want and that path that we want to be on. And so it's all magnetizing and just like drawing in toward us with almost effortlessly.
Yeah.
Which is not something that you get when you're scared, when you're out of trust, when you are operating from just, a fear-based mentality of
fear-based, and also like getting caught in that mental clutter, like having the mental part of it take over, which is where imposter syndrome lives too.
100%. Yeah. And just being more in my body and in that flow, regardless of what my activities are for the day. Just feeling like boom, 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 checking the box, doing the thing, move on, next thing, and feeling in a state of receivership so that everything can just, all of the abundance can flow in, not judging the moment, and not judging the outcome. I feel like it has become such a huge
like
theme.
The key state to be in is like just not attaching and just being in the state of feeling good.
Yeah, the trust piece has just been so huge, something that you and I have both experienced this year, to like know your intentions and your truth and trust that in putting that out, it is on its way to you, and that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring all of that forward into your reality. But being patient and slowing down enough to take in new information and notice the nuanced changes that are happening in your reality, and like, it's a dance, you know what I mean? So it's like where to leave space for more movement and when to execute and do the twirl, you know what I mean?
Because we don't get anywhere without action steps. Like there's always things that need to be done, but it's equally as important as backing off and resting when you need to. And so it is really a dance. It's like, it's just living in the flow of things. And in my opinion, it's kind of like a feeling your way through it,
It is, instead of thinking your way through it, because that's again where you get like caught up. And it's like, if I just stay in my body and in the trust that everything my intuition is telling me to do every day is the path, it is walking me toward that ultimate desire of mine, or that life, that dream life that I have, imagined up in my mind, being in trust that my intuition is leading me each step of the way, and just trusting like that it's going to come through those actions. Just like being here and choosing to come down here and stay the whole week and marinate in creative energy to really allow it to all bubble up organically and come through, instead of forcing anything. No force.
We're doing it right.
Yep.
What's the saying? And there's a saying about like fear. You can believe in fear or faith. It's like believing in something without proof. So
absolutely.
Choose which one.
Which one you're going to do, because both take trust either way. Like you're trusting that it's not going to work out, or you're trusting that it is. And if you can find your way to trusting that everything's working out best case scenario, even if it feels like shit, even if it feels like the whole world is falling apart around you, it's like, this is all happening for a reason. And being on planet Earth in this now moment, as we sit here in 2026, is terrifying. And when you think too much about where you should put your energy in order to fix it, or
brace for impact,
exactly. Well put. Is like, it's not the business. Feeling your way through it and allowing all of the noise to silence, and only listening to that quiet, intuitive voice. She'll get loud if you get quiet. And that is something I'm so thankful for, the relationship I've developed with my intuition through all of these experiences over the past year, especially.
It's the most important relationship.
If you do nothing else, develop a relationship with your intuition, because there's nothing outside of yourself that is going to lead you to those highest timelines, those desires of yours. If you're not listening, it's not going to come through any other channel except for yours. So,
and we're all channels.
Everyone. Yeah. It's just about,
there's no special ability or special person that gets to have that relationship. We all do. Yeah. There's the age-old saying, silence is golden. And it took me so many years to understand that, because I'm such a vocal person. I feel like, my voice needs to be heard in order for the thing, and it's like, how is
silence the way to get anything, and it took practicing, or just.
It's funny that you say that, because like you're saying that you have imposter syndrome and it's scary to put your voice out there, but you also say that you're like, so did you come in that way where you were just like loud?
Yeah, I've always been just like, a very, I've always just had an intense personality in that way. And so I've always felt like, the only way to get anything done is to be heard and to be da-da-da-wah. So it's like, but I'm also afraid of the judgment. So there's that blockade there.
So you came in like an ocean wave, and then you had to recede for a while and go back and retreat. And now you're ready to like.
Yeah. Through the collecting of all the tools, I was like, and actually being able to breathe enough outside of that relationship. The relationship created this static, chaotic noise that made it so hard to hear my intuition and so difficult to listen, because I wasn't in my body. I was in my head. I was trying to figure my way through it when I really just had to feel through it. And so, yeah, the silent piece, if you get quiet enough, that's where all of your answers
and now you've had like
live.
A good amount of time of silence, peace,
isolation.
Yeah.
It's life-giving. It really is. But it takes courage and bravery to walk into that space and say, okay, I'm just going to sit with these feelings and see what comes up, see where I'm led, see what my intuition tells me or where it tells me to move.
I've been really making it a goal of mine for a long time. I mean, years. I go through stages and up levelings of just living in that state of flow, of just what feels best. Like, I don't believe that we're on earth to suffer. I don't believe that we are meant to live terrible lives unless we want them. And of course, there's plenty of hands that get dealt to people that they don't have control over, that, in my opinion, are there for a reason. And it's all about how we respond and we react to it. So when clients or anybody asks me, like, I don't know what to do next, or I don't know the next step, I'm like, you got to like take your life and micro slice it down and just pick a small decision in your day of like what feels good. Like maybe it's as much or as little as like, I need to sit down on the couch and take a rest, or I need to walk, or I just need to put my phone down. Like, if you can't start anywhere to make a big decision, start by the really, really small ones of what makes you feel good. And I feel like that kind of builds in a way to like help you get into that state in a more regular way of living.
Agreed. Yeah. It's, the more of the micro changes than setting the whole house on fire. Yeah. It's like, when I originally like started learning about our food supply and just all of the pollutants that are on this planet, and I got really angry, and you start feeling like Joan of Arc, and you want to get on the front line and try and fix the whole situation. And you look in your cabinets and your pantry and your bathroom, and it's like, get everything out. It's all toxic. Burn the whole house down. And it's like, no, I'm going to look at shampoo this week. I'm going to look into like the best, least toxic shampoo that I can. I'm going to look into the best, least toxic coffee that I can, and just like little by little. And then all of a sudden, months or years down the road, the cabinets are full of completely different things.
Your skin looks great.
Your skin looks better. Exactly. But had you burnt the whole house down, then you wouldn't have anything there would be no bridge. You wouldn't have any transition. You would just be sitting in ashes. So
what you're saying is there's hope for everybody.
There is hope for everybody if you're willing to start small and not overwhelm yourself by making these massive changes overnight. 90% of the time, our nervous system can't handle that sort of like impact of change. And we've experienced sometimes you don't really have a choice and you have to adjust, but where you do have a choice, take it. And utilize that as and see it as valuable. Just the tiny little changes. And it's absolutely huge to dissect it in that way.
I've seen it in people, people that I see doing massage, and a client, being in a terrible relationship that they're not happy in, and it's been a long time, and like not really being ready to leave, not knowing what to do, but seeing them take these actions of starting to do things for themselves, like take the class they always wanted to take, or obviously get body work. That's a huge thing they could do. But watching those little changes build up and watching people's confidence build up, I'm like, that is a good start. That's exactly
very rewarding. Yeah, as an observer on, somebody that you're in a relationship with, even if it's a professional relationship, like you're mentioning, where it's just like, yeah, it's your micro changes are bigger than you can even imagine. And it really does. The universe responds to change. It responds to you making different choices, adjusting your habits, even if it's small. Just little tweaks here and there can make such a huge impact on your perspective and make it easier to make more micro changes and then even bigger changes. And really, it just all of a sudden everything is utterly transformed.
And as we're doing it, our energy shifts and everything is energy. So it's like we're raising our energy or changing it in a way that what we are putting out is what's responding to us.
And then it becomes a little more effortless, and then it's invigorating to change, and you start feeling experimental with, okay, well, what now? If like doing something just that small brings a new client into my life, a new person into my life, a new perspective into my life, it's like, oh, okay, then what next?
Or even like, having something show up at just the right time where you're like thinking about, it's like Sabrag making pizza. He really wanted to make like really good pizza. So he ordered this Italian flour, and then the same day it got there, we get gifted a $12,000 pizza oven.
Right.
And I'm like, well, if that's the case, like, what are we really asking for? Like, let's ask for whatever we want, because we can have whatever we want.
100%. And all you have to do is believe that it is possible and believe that it's on its way to you simply because you desire it.
And not keeping focused on how it's going to get to you.
Nope. Your only job is to know what and why.
Yeah.
The how is none of your business.
I went on this retreat to Mount Shasta, I don't know, years ago. And my teacher was doing some kind of meditation with me. We were doing like a one-on-one energy session. And I just remember being in meditation, and my vision that time was planet Earth. And it was all of these colored lights. And it was the colored lights gravitating to the areas of the same other colored lights. And the overall feeling I had of the vision was that there was plenty of exactly what we wanted on the planet, and it only mattered what color we were shining out that was pulling it to us. And it was just a really amazing, like, visual depiction of that.
100%. Yeah, to see it just change the channel. If you change the channel, then all of a sudden you're receiving a completely new transmission. And same with the color. It's like it's going to gravitate towards you based on what you're focusing on, based on like what it is that you want.
Yeah.
And that was part of today, where it was just like, I'm watching this desire of mine and of yours and of his and ours collectively all happening like in real time. Oh, it was such a high.
It's so good.
It felt so incredible to just like it's confirmation. The little wins are confirmation to say, okay, cool. I'm going to keep, that's the feeling. You know what I mean? Going. I'm going to keep doing things like that conjure that feeling. And then more things will magnetize. And all of a sudden you have all the pieces that you need to.
And a lot you didn't expect. And then life is magical.
It is magical, but and it's only if you choose to see it, like you're saying about the colors and which channel you're choosing to tune into, because there are a lot of channels on this planet to tune into. Garbage, absolute trash, darling.
You don't want to be on those channels. I don't watch smut.
No smut. No smut channels. We want all positivity.
I'm excited for us. I'm excited for everything.
I'm excited for everyone to continue like choosing. Like I feel like everybody's had a moment where they feel terrible or are depressed, had a really strugglesome situation that lasted for a long time or even a small amount of time.
Or been dealt epically crazy karmic hands of like, bam, this lifetime this is big. Like
people go
through some serious shit.
100%. That's immeasurably difficult to get through. But we've all felt that stagnancy that can breed, where you just want to like get under the covers, turn the lights off, and wait for it all to be over. And everything stops when you do that. Like, sure, there's room for grief. Sure, there's room for recalibration and reset and recoil. All of those things are honorable and necessary along the path. But you do have to get up at some point, and the sun does rise again. And if you choose to move, everything, the ether, the etheric realm moves with you, and that is very normal for it to do. And we don't have perception on the etheric realm on a day-to-day basis at this point in time as humans, but if you choose to notice that it's there and you choose to tap into it, then it's just like having a ball of plasma that is or clay that you can shape however you want. And that was that feeling that I got when I was standing here setting things up today. It's like, it's all available. Like the quantum field feels available again. Ugh. So it's not just in your psychedelic states. It's not just in your meditative states. It's not just in these like out of body experiences that you have where things are malleable. It's something that you can bring back into it's meant to be brought back into your daily life. And that's the integration of psychedelics. That's the integration of medicine in general, is to allow it to do its work, but to integrate that into your daily practices and into your daily movement. And man, she responds with some ferocity in such a good way. It's so beautiful to be in relationship with the divine in that way, you know?
It is.
But it takes choice. Choice is so huge. You have to choose to get out of the bed. You have to choose to drink a glass of water and go out and get some sunshine, take a few deep breaths, express gratitude for the fact that you have the ability to do any of that, and then choose one small thing that is going to bring you joy throughout your day. Even if you have a job you hate, a relationship that you hate, honor yourself in the most micro of moments, even if it's just an extra hour of sleep, if you can manage it, you know?
100%. No, it's not like you're living right now in the ideal life that you wanted for yourself from the beginning and you've just made it. Like you reached this state of realization, living in a life where you still have things that you want to do and you have situations you want to get out of, and you're not in an ideal, I mean, you are because you're happy.
Sure.
But there's things that you are bettering in your life and you're still reaching these feelings of like, oh, okay, like I can play with this now. And go. So like it's ever changing and it's always moving up, and it just builds and continues.
Yeah, compound interest is the greatest force in the universe.
And like somebody doesn't have to be like outside looking in. They might see and be like, well, her life is probably just great, you know, but it's like,
let me count the ways in which, you know, there are, you know, the facets aren't where I want them to be.
You have plenty of things that you would change, but it's like you're feeling this now, and like that's amazing. That's really amazing.
It's what creates that magnetic draw of the things that you want, the gratitude for what already exists and the intent for your desires going forward, whilst making moves to keep the things that you're really grateful for intact and walk towards the things you're in desire of. What else is there to do while you're here? Because we're meant to be in a state of joy, meant to be in a state of play, meant to be in a state of happiness and exuberance. And not that life is always going to be bunnies and butterflies. It's not for anybody. Doesn't matter how much money you have, what your client list looks like, what, you know, accomplishments you have achieved throughout your life. The idea is to be in a state of gratitude and joy for just your essence and ability to move through that.
Well, I am excited for us.
I am too.
I'm really excited.
A year from now, if you and me and anybody listening chooses to focus on those micro changes and then looks back and can see the compound interest of that racking up in your energetic bank account, your life will not look the way that it does today.
No.
It's impossible.
So let's take note. We'll keep making these, and a year from now we'll circle back. You know, as we're sitting by our pool,
obviously,
in our horse healing oasis second compound, that's the healing lot and not the Gladius show.
Yes, yeah, we'll have
sipping our like whatever the fuck you're drinking infused with bubbles superfood.
Woo! Hydration blue spirulina hydration pack.
With our heart-shaped sunglasses on.
Yeah.
And we'll be so proud. I already am proud.
I already am too. And just so thankful for choice.
Yeah.
Because if you don't exercise choice, your life will inevitably stay the same. And you'll have the same things to complain about and a lesser amount of things to be in a state of gratitude for.
Well, I'm grateful to have you.
I'm grateful to have you. Cheers, darling. To us.
To us.